it's Taylor. So today I'm doing something that's kind of relevant to this time of year. It is my photo ready face routine, and this is just kind of the products that I found that give you as close to the flawless, photo ready face that you can get. These are mostly drugstore products. I have a couple that I think aren't, but most of them are super cheap, so that's nice. They're affordable and accessible, stuff like that. And I just think this is really great for the holiday time because it's coming up like party season. We're going to have a bunch of like Christmas parties and stuff like that, New Year's, and you're going to have pictures with your family at Thanksgiving, so you want to kind of put your best foot forward in your pictures and want to make sure that you have as close to a flawless face as possible, so that is what I'm hoping to achieve with you guys today. If you want to see how to create that sort of look, then go ahead and just keep watching. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie my hair back because otherwise I will be messing with it while it's in my face, and that is just a problem. So I'm just going to tie my hair back. To start this off, obviously I want to start with a fresh face. So I've washed my face and I've put on my moisturizer, and that's part of a routine that I can show you guys another time. But it's just my face is all clean and fresh. And then I'm going to start with a primer. Now this is the Garnier 5 Second Blur Skin Renew Instant Smoother. And I just get, it doesn't take a whole lot to be able to cover your whole face. I just take about that much, like a fingertip, and I rub it between my hands. Don't play innocent, I know what you... This thing actually works for me. It makes my pores look smaller, kind of just like it says, it blurs your face, so things look smooth and things are all ready for the rest of your makeup to go on. So the next thing is I start with a concealer before I put on my foundation, and then I put another concealer on after that, just because I have really bad under eye circles and bags and everything, and sometimes I find that one coat of concealer doesn't really cover those up completely, or it doesn't cover all my blemishes completely. So I'm going to start with M Cosmetics. It's the one by Michelle Phan. It's her line, and it is the Great Cover Up Ultimate Concealer. And I'm just going to dab some spots where it needs it. Alright, so there I've dotted it all over my face where I need it, and then I'm just going to take my hands and I'm going to rub that in. So I'm just using my fingers and rubbing it in here, but under my eyes in particular it's going to matter. So I'm using my ring fingers because those are the most delicate and gentle fingers. I'm just going to be sweeping it in and then downward and back, like to make that triangle shape. But I want to mostly focus on bringing it inward because that's the direction of the blood flow. I don't want to create worse bags than I already have because I'm trying to cover them up. So I'm just going to go inward with that. So that kind of takes some of the, discoloration and things like that away from your skin. So it starts to leave a more even skin tone, which is good. That's what we want to start with. Now I'm just going to take this Revlon Photo Ready foundation in, I'm the color Natural Beige. And they have like a few different foundations in that line, but this is the one that I use. It's just the regular one. And I'm going to take one pump, but that usually ends up being too much, so that was probably a bad idea. I'm just going to take this flat top brush. I think I've showed you guys this before. It's my e.l.f. powder brush, but I use it for foundation. I'm just going to get a little bit on here. And I'm going to start by stippling it all across my face. Oh, it got on my lip. Start stippling that all across my face. Alright, so once I've kind of spread it all around, then I'm going to take deeper, kind of heavier motions, and I'm going to be trying to rub it in as best as I can with the brush. I do usually end up having to use my fingers on this as well, but I try to get as much of it done with the brush as possible just because my fingers, are going to have oils on them and stuff. This is a fresh, clean brush, so I just find that it's better if I use the brush more. Alright, once that's done, I'm just going to take my hands and start rubbing it in a little bit more because, like I said, I don't usually find that the brush can get everything blended to my satisfaction. Also because I have kind of oily skin, and when I'm using a liquid foundation, sometimes it can feel slimy if I don't get it rubbed in really well. And I think that just about does it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my second concealer. This is also the Revlon Photo Ready stuff. It's a regular stick concealer. This is in the color Light. So I'm just going to apply that under my eyes in kind of that triangle shape. We show off a different here, down my nose, upper lip, and just anywhere that didn't completely get covered before. Now don't worry about it looking funny on here because you will rub it in just fine. I'm going to use my fingers to rub it in again. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good, pretty blended. Also, we're going to be putting some other stuff on top of it, so we'll have some more blending to do, but that is a good base. Everything is nice and, you know, the color is pretty even and everything. Alright, so I just went and I got my Beauty Blender sponge a little bit damp with some warm water, wring it out, you know, everything like that. Make sure that if you are using a Beauty Blender, you are always using it damp, because using it dry can not only make it less effective, it can kind of soak up more of the stuff, but it can also really irritate your skin. I know I have kind of sensitive skin, so using it, if you use it dry, it can just really rough up your skin and kind of make it sad. It makes your skin sad. What am I saying? So the next thing we're going to do is our highlighting and contouring. We're using the L'Oreal Magic Lumi highlighter, and it is just a little pen with a brush on the top. And I'm going to start by taking it up here and doing football laces. This is a technique that I learned, like the way I'm applying my highlight and contour here is a technique that I learned from Jaclyn Hill's cream highlight and contour video, except she uses really high-end products that I could not afford. So I tried to find things from the drugstore that did very similar things, and I'm really happy with how these have turned out. I really like how they're working and everything. So I'm just going to draw 2 lines here, football laces up at the top of my cheekbones, kind of a flowery looking thingy in the middle of that. I really want to make sure I get the top of my lip here because that's going to make my lips look fuller and it'll make my redness there go away. Women are naturally, like, hormonally red right here by our noses too, so it's important to make sure you grab that as well. And then using the top of my Beauty Blender sponge, I'm just going to be like blending that out and making it not look so gross, and I don't know. I think I should just go out like this. I look like a crazy cat or something. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out for you guys, and I'll probably speed it up so you don't have to watch me do the whole thing. Make sure with your upper lip you are always doing downward dragging motions and not doing something else, because things can kind of settle in there and you don't want it to look all nasty in your pictures. You don't want to have like a mustache shadow thingy. So make sure that you're blending downwards and that you get everything really, really blended. Alright, I'd say that highlight is pretty well blended. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start on contouring. Now the one that I have is the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Foundation Stick, and I just buy it in a very, very, very dark shade. This is obviously not my regular foundation shade. Just a liquid foundation would work too, but this is the one that I like to use. So I'm going to start by taking the line from the top, like where my ear meets my head, and I'm going to draw that downward towards the corner of my mouth. And I drew that a little bit too long, so I'm going to have to fix that with some stuff. But about halfway down, and then you're going to take just a couple dots, kind of connecting it all the way up into your forehead. This looks so much more dramatic with this lighting. In my room it never looks like this. Whoa! Alright, so that is all I'm going to use for now. And then I'm just going to take like the bottom end, the big part of my Beauty Blender, and I'm going to use that to blend it. And I'm going to start with like dabbing motions. Whoa! I'm going to start with dabbing motions like this, and then I'm just going to start blending like that. You always, always, always want to blend your contouring upward, otherwise it's going to drag your face down. It's going to make you look even more like tired and just ugh. You always want to do it up because it's going to give you a nice like sunken in cheek without looking like sick. So you just want to bring it up like that. It's going to lift the rest of the stuff as well, creating the shadows down there.
Let's have another toast to the girl almighty.
Alright, so I would say that that is done. I don't know if it looks really harsh to you guys on the camera, but it looks really harsh here. But don't worry, once we cover it up with the rest of the stuff that we're putting on, it's not going to look so contour. Alright, just to clean it up a little bit, I'm going to take a little bit more of my highlighting pen here, and I'm just going to dab it on here, just to make sure that wherever I blended the contour, it didn't overpower the highlighting that I'd done. It didn't cover it up or anything. So I'm just going to do a little bit of extra of the highlight. so that is it for cream products. Now we're going to get on to powders. The first thing I'm doing is just setting my concealer with something that's a little bit lighter than my other kinds of powders. I don't think I'm actually using a colored face powder today, but normally I would. Today I decided not to. But I'm using the Wet n Wild Coverall in just the fair. This is like the really cheap pressed powder that you can get. I get mine at Walgreens. I'm just going to take a little flat brush like this. I'm just going to get a little bit of that, and that's going to be used to set my highlighted areas. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm going to do a little bit on my nose as well. Alright, from here, I just want to kind of set my contour and deepen it a little bit in a natural way. So I'm going to take some of my NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny. And I'm just going to work that into my contour. Alright, so the very last thing I'm going to do is I just want to set everything with a powder that's going to kind of keep it matte and keep it nice, and it's also a high definition powder. This is the Makeup Forever HD High Definition Translucent Powder. A lot of people are using this and they say that they love it so much. I am definitely one of those people. I'm just going to use a little bit of this powder all over to set. This is nice because translucent powders don't change the color of your foundation, so all that work that we did with the colors, that's not going to move, that's not going to go away or be covered up or anything like that. And I realized that I forgot my blush, so I'm going to show you guys my blush. As you guys probably know, I'm using the NARS Orgasm Blush, and so I'm just going to take an angled blush brush. I'm just going to put some of that on the apples of my cheeks and kind of work it right above my contour here. Pretty good. Now that is it for the face part of the Flawless Face routine. That is what I would do foundation-wise, powder-wise, and like I said, almost all of this stuff is super affordable. The only things that weren't drugstore products were the M Cosmetics, the Makeup Forever setting powder, and the NARS blush. Words, Taylor. Those are the only things that weren't drugstore products. The rest of it was, so it's nice and accessible for you guys, and it was definitely affordable for me to do as well. And I think that this looks pretty good. I really like using this for photos and everything. I think it gives you a nice, practically flawless finish. I don't see a lot of my blemishes or anything like that, and I know that on camera it looks really nice. So I'm just going to go finish up this makeup look with some eye makeup and stuff like that, and I will be back in just a sec. So guys, as you can see, I kind of went pretty understated for the rest of my makeup here. I did just a nice bare sparkly eye, I did my brows obviously, and I put on some mascara, and that is really it. But I think that kind of shows off, you know, just the flawless face, how good the face looks, and obviously if I were wearing it to a party, I would put on something, you know, that matched my outfit that was a little more glamorous than what I'm wearing now, but I just thought since I'm wearing a cozy sweater right now that I would just leave it cozy and nice and kind of chill. But definitely if you are using this technique or any of these products or anything for your photo ready flawless face, please let me know. Kind of send me pictures on my Twitter or something, tag me, or comment down below and tell me what you've been using. I would absolutely love to hear from you. So that is it, and let's get on to my surprise kind of sneak peek into my Christmas stuff. I need you guys to help me pick some stuff out. So guys, I've kind of separated this into casual and dressy outfits that I want to do for Christmas party looks. Sorry, you can't see my face, I know, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys the looks. The first one is this sweatshirt from American Eagle, and it's got a little headband that's going to go with it, and it says Merry and Bright, and I just think that's super cute and Christmassy. A nice casual thing that you could wear to a Christmas party. I just really like it, and it's nice and cozy. The other one that I have here is just a big, this is actually a guy's plaid shirt. It's a nice flannel. It comes over your bum, which is really nice because then you can wear leggings and stuff like that. And I love, love, love this print so much. It's nice and soft, so that is something that I could style for a Christmas party or kind of, you know, really grungy, casual Christmas look as well. So if you guys like this one, let me know. That sweatshirt over there is going to be number 1, and this one is number 2. So for the casual looks, pick one or both of those if you would like to see both. Then for dressy looks, I have a couple different options here. This will be outfit number 3. It is just a red dress, like kind of lining underneath and then a lace overlay on it that's long sleeved. The second one, that's number 4 I guess, is just this sparkly dress. It's pretty simple. It's got spaghetti straps And then the very last one, which would be number 5, is this thing. It's like a dress underneath this sparkly thingy. This is from Forever 21. I'm sorry, the other 2 are from Express. But, so this is 3, 4, and 5. So let me know which ones you guys would like to see styled, what you would like to see looks for. Here, let me come down to where the camera is. What you guys would like to see. I would love to know kind of what you guys are interested in and what you want to see from me. I will obviously do some makeup looks and stuff like that and accessories for all of those. So comment which ones you like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can pick 3 of them, and I will just do the ones that were picked the most. I'm also going to put this on my Instagram, Twitter, things like that. So definitely vote. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up so we can get rolling on our Christmas videos. I cannot wait to show you guys those. So until next time, I will see you guys in that video. Bye!